after spending a few sessions in a dungeon. I feel like everybody wants to get out of that dungeon. Rodrigo, you asked, how do I plan the layout of dungeons? I think about what the space was. Similar to actually what I said about maps before, I like there to be multiple layers of a dungeon space. So, for instance, if kobolds or goblins, even to some extent like bandits, like depending on who's sort of staked out a place, odds are it wasn't always their space, right? The easiest place for any sort of monster or enemy group to sort of take over is going to be something that already existed. And that could be lots of things. That could be some previous sort of burial or like religious site. That could be, an old farm that's abandoned. Uh, Mausoleums, like the idea that, and then you can connect these places. So, like I said, mausoleum that could be a place that like goblins are hiding out because the lower part of it is caved in into a cave system that there's like an underground stream. And so thinking about how all those things connect and how they're being used now, how they've been used in the past, I think gives a lot of interesting stuff to explore. And it kind of always creates that situation where today's threat is commingled with a past threat, and probably nature has invaded somehow, and the party's got to sort of sort all of that out. So maybe there's a puzzle in the dungeon, but the water has eroded the stone, so they can only read half of it, right? Now it's a more interesting thing than if it was something else before. So I usually start with kind of what's the big idea of a dungeon and start to break it down from there. Uh, I'm not. I've yet to find a way to do like lengthy dungeons in a way that I like. I've tried it. I've pushed myself over this last year to try to do what I consider like a mega dungeon. Didn't really work. I don't think I'm going to do it again anytime soon. I don't like any idea at the table to sort of overstay its welcome, right? Same way that like every round or two, something probably pretty major should be changing in a combat situation is the same that, after spending a few sessions in a dungeon, I feel like everybody wants to get out of that dungeon. That's just me. That's just my style. Everybody's going to be different, but that's generally my approach to it. I would rather have more dungeons that are smaller with more ideas than a big massive dungeon. But that could just be because I haven't figured it out. I haven't cracked the code on a large dungeon yet. I probably need to spend some more time thinking about it. Hey, thanks, Rule. I appreciate that. Definitely, you guys are definitely making me feel better about drawing on stream, which is not something I've done very much. Well, I feel basically trying to make a better version of this old map from 5 years ago. So players are revisiting a spot that's kind of more overgrown than it used to be, and so that's the motivation. And because I have an encounter designed for this that requires a very specific type of map. So that's how we got here. And can't really argue with using a forest when I'm tired of drawing ruins.